And you know what? And this is a really great topic today that we're talking about, which is, debunking the myths around meditation. Because, I think with meditation, everyone agrees that it's a great thing to do, and it's an important thing to have part of your daily practice. But what we also should know is that there is no hard and fast rules as to how you meditate. And there are different styles on how to do it. Actually, the lady that I was sitting next to on the plane from Amsterdam back here to LA is a professor, and she works in regenerative medicine. And she's been doing transcendental meditation for, like 20 years or something. So it's amazing, like all walks of life, we can all, enjoy meditation for the different benefits that it gives us. So let me go through some of the myths that will actually 6 of them that we're going to go through today. So the first one is that you must silence all your thoughts in order to have a successful meditation session. So for most of us who practice meditation on a regular basis, that this is, first of all, in the beginning, difficult to achieve until, you sort of train your brain to get into that. And often it doesn't matter how long you've been meditating, you could have days where you've got thoughts coming in and it's a little hard to, relax. Like this morning, I woke up at 3 a.m. because I'm still trying to get onto the time zone here. So I thought, I'll do a meditation. Because I have so many things that are happening right now, and I'm still decompressing after the trip, and, just getting back into, I'm back in Los Angeles, and I've just come from a country where, people living in, shacks and on the street. So it was really difficult for me to silence my mind and my meditation this morning because I have so many different thoughts running through. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that, number one, if you do have thoughts coming into your meditation, the first thing that you do not want to do is to beat yourself up with other thoughts because that's defeating the whole purpose, okay? So you want to just, release the thoughts, as they come through. And, often sometimes, especially when I'm doing a really early morning one, if I'm waking up at 4 a.m., this is a time where I get a lot of inspiration. I get a lot of downloads. So, I make sure I have a pen and paper there, and I understand that sometimes my meditation is going to be like that. So if you don't have any expectations on the way in as to how your meditation is going to go, and you don't beat yourself up for the fact that you are thinking actual thoughts, then, what will happen is that you'll have a much better meditation. So you want to release that. And remember, there's no rules, so you can actually do anything you want. Now, you may find that some of your meditations are going to be relaxing. Some of them are going to be insightful. Some of them are just going to be a place that you can get back to center and you're calming everything down. So if you don't have any expectations on the way in, it's going to be much easier for you to go through your meditation. The second myth I want to share with you is about that meditation is a form of escapism. So wait a minute, you're telling me that you can't escape all your problems by doing meditation? What? Yeah, no, it is not a form of escapism. Meditation can be fantastic, though, if you are facing challenges at the time, because what happens is that when you're in a challenge, or if you're in debt, or if you're in poverty, like the people that I've just been working with, or if you're in stress, when all you're focusing on is the challenge in front of you, then that's all you see. So when you can meditate and get into the practice of actually sitting down and meditating, what happens is that you're calming yourself, you're getting back to center. You are now emotionally detaching yourself from the situation that's in front of you. And when you do that and give your brain and your conscious mind a break from that focus, it's amazing when you quiet those thoughts down, how you can allow insight and downloads and ideas to come to you, because you're not just focusing consciously and having thoughts going round and round and round about what am I going to do and how am I going to get out of this, or any kind of limiting thoughts that come up about how you just can't, you're not going to be able to be successful. So meditation is not a form of escapism, but it's a fantastic tool to be able to deal with some of the challenges that are coming up. Now, some of you know that I've been working with Dr. Joe Dispenza for the last 5 years. And in just 5 days, he would measure people's brain activity at the beginning of their 5-day event, and then measure it at the end of the 5-day event and see the difference in brain activity, and the ability to be able to go from, beta or delta, which is like, waking state, down to theta or gamma, which are brainwave states where you are more coherent with a unified field. And people could achieve that in 5 days. So you don't have to be doing this for a long period of time. But what I do recommend is that you just make it part of your daily practice. And, start doing that as soon as you can, because that will really start to help you get into the habit and really get you looking forward to doing your meditation as well, which is really cool. Okay, so myth number 4. I love this one. I don't have enough time to meditate. Okay, so that is completely a myth, because what you find is that when you make meditation a practice, you find that you can control emotions easier. You find that you focus easier. You decrease stress. You have more energy. And when you combine all of those things, what happens is that you're able to move through your day with more ease and grace. You're able to see, solutions in things where maybe you hadn't seen them before. And you are able to get through a day and achieve a whole lot more, because you have you've got rid of the anxiety and the stress and all the other thing that comes with it. And you actually have more ability to focus and to stay with something, stay the course. You're not procrastinating, and you're actually getting a whole lot more done. So what it does is actually creates more time for you. So don't believe the fact that you don't have time, because, honestly, it takes a few minutes, and you can start with as little as 5 minutes and then slowly build from there. I've been known to be in a place where I'm waiting, whether it's, somewhere where I'm sitting down and I'm waiting for whatever, and I'll just sit there and close my eyes and, a few minutes, and and instantly coming back to center. So that's not an excuse. If that's something that you find yourself saying, that's not a good excuse to be using not to start meditating. Okay. So myth number 5 is that meditation requires intense spiritual or religious beliefs, which is not true, obviously. So with meditation, there is some religious practices that do encourage meditation, or that's part of the practice. But you don't have to have any kind of religious affiliation to be able to sit down, close your eyes, take deep breaths, and get into a space of compassion and awareness and understanding through your meditation practice. You could be an atheist if you wanted to be, because we're talking about being able to have a physical calmness, and being able to get your brain in the brainwave state where it's coherent and connected to the unified field. And so that, you'll find that you're connected to the collective consciousness. Now, you don't have to have a spiritual belief about that. This is just science. So it has nothing to do with spirituality or religion. And the myth number 6 that is always an interesting one is that meditation is hard to do. Now, yes, in the beginning, you may find it difficult. You might find that it's twitching. You might hear a sound off in the distance, and it's, and you focus on that, or you've got thoughts coming in. That's why it's really important in the beginning that I always recommend that you start with a guided meditation. Because a guided meditation just helps you are focusing on something, but it's guiding you through, how to breathe, what to focus on. And so it's really helping to train your brain or train your mind just to focus on one thing. So your guided meditations are always a really great way to be able to do your meditation in the beginning. And then you can, get all fancy pants. You can decide to, do some research and look into transcendental meditation, or look into other ways to meditate, and try them out. I don't do the same types of meditation. If I've got the time and I'm waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I've got an hour or two to do the Dr. Joe meditations. If I'm in the morning and I'm just about, it's later in the morning, about to start working on a project, then I'll do something where I'm just sitting down, quieting my mind, and maybe I'm just focused on my project at hand, and I'm keeping everything quiet so I can have some inspiration as to what direction to take or how to, tackle the work I'm about to do on that project. And sometimes I do it just because I don't want to be sitting there bored out of my mind, and when I'm waiting for something, I like to just close my eyes and just, concentrate on my breathing, getting back to center, calming down. And you know, and it seems to slow time down. Like we're getting to a place of no time and space, and it really helps to, you know, keep that calm, and you know, it helps me to keep focused as well, which is awesome. So there's lots of different ways that you can do that, you know. And of course, at Mind Movies, we have tons of different, you know, audios and Mind Movies and videos and things that help you to do this and help your mind guided. And actually, one of the best ones that we have, one of my favorites, is the free flow energy clearing system. With the free flow energy clearing system, it's really a great way to be able to shut your mind off from the monkey mind, and to be able to get you to a place of calm, and really concentrate on, you know, focusing on the energy flowing very clearly through your whole system. Now, I know my team are going to put a link here for you, so that you can check that out and go through. And I highly recommend that you download that, especially if you're someone who's starting out with meditation, or you just want to try something different. Even if you're listening to guided meditations now, you might go, you know, I'm really over this one. I've been listening to it for, you know, for weeks. I want something new. This is a really good one to do as well, and I know that you will enjoy it.